This message is directed to men only. But before I say more on this, I want to make an appeal that this message is not to condemn women. This message is not to downgrade women. But this message is to speak to men, to make us better people. Because I have observed that men are not getting the needed respect. Men are not getting the needed honor on all the sacrifices they made, especially Nigerian men. Because I have lived in the village, I have lived in corporate life, and I have lived in Western world, and I can tell you this. Nigerian men are not getting the honor that they deserve, especially in the way they take care of their family. And that is why I'm making this video for men. Where do you get your satisfaction from as a man? If your satisfaction as a man comes only from your wife or from your children, then you are getting something wrong. Now, trust me, there is nothing wrong in adoring your family. There is nothing wrong in, being so happy when you see your children, your wife run. There's nothing wrong in doing that. But when was the last time you took care of yourself as a man? When was the last time you did something for yourself? I observed something because when I have pork and things in Lafia in Nigeria before I came to the UK, I observed something. That when a man says he is going to enjoy himself, when some men say they are going to enjoy themselves, what they actually mean is going to a beer parlor to buy beer of 1,000 naira, 5,000 naira, maybe buy fish with their friends and drink. That is what men call enjoyment. Or maybe they go to the club once in a while and they dance. That is what men actually call enjoyment. But when a woman says she wants to enjoy herself, the difference is clear. They travel even outside the country. They go to Dubai. They go to Albania. They travel abroad. They call it guest trip. They go there. They lodge in the expensive hotel. They take boat cruise. They buy designer clothes and everything. And on the days that they don't even call it enjoyment, when they are at home, look at the kind of hair that the makeup of the hair that they buy. 1 million naira, 800,000, 450, 700,000. They buy it, they buy their makeup, they change their wardrobe, they buy gold. But when a man wants to enjoy himself, he's drinking beer. In the UK here, when I first came to the UK, I met a man, he's a Ghanaian man. Listen, this man brought his wife from Ghana and he came here. And then after like a year or less than a year, they had issue and she called police. So he was thrown out of the house. So when he was thrown out of the house, he had no place to stay. He was now staying with his brother that was living here. His brother is also married, so he will go to work and then he will find a way. In order not to stay at home, he was working back to back, working both night shift and day shift. So that he will just come back and find where to lie his head small, and before you know, he go out for work again. The woman, on the other hand, she moved on. Now, what's the point of this instance I make? If you see how men work here abroad, If you see how men work here abroad in order to take care of their family, even when they live with their family, you will pity them. Majority of the men have so many work that they are doing. They are doing security work, they are doing care job, they are doing cleaning, they are doing so many things at the same time in order to be able to feed the bill. Some of them, especially Nigerian men, call themselves alpha men. They call themselves senior oga. The woman money na her money, then his own money na their family money. The man is struggling to pay bills, he's struggling to take care of the family, he's struggling to pay car insurance, he's struggling to do a whole lot of things, council tax. The woman, on the other hand, is saving her money, bringing her family from Bongo, from Nigeria over, crossing her family in, inviting her own mother to come for holidays, inviting her own sister to come in, buying the most expensive hair from Nigeria. They will say, is it not 600 pounds? She will send 600 pounds, 1.2 million naira. They will send her hair and she will wear. The man don't care. The woman is working her own money, and her own money, she is building house for her parents. The man does not have 50 pounds in his account. Before salary come in, everything are finished. And when you ask this man, how far? He tell you, even though I no get money like I get when I dey Nigeria, I'm doing it for the children. The children don't even respect him. If the children were born in Nigeria before he carry them come here, they don't look at him as the father they used to know when he was in Nigeria, because he's always worn out, he's always stressed, he's always picking shift in order to take care of them. And one irony of thing is that his biggest achievement now is to have a mortgage. That's the biggest achievement he think he has now, is if he now achieve and now have a mortgage in a house and is paying mortgage. People are using those mortgages for business. People are playing with the money in the system in order to create business. But him, his biggest achievement is if he can have a mortgage, he says in future, if he sell it, that is his biggest achievement. While others are having mortgages, different houses that they put tenant, his biggest achievement is mortgage. He's not even thinking that these children is saying that, hey, I'm doing it for the children. If anything happened to him right now, the children, can they inherit the work that he's doing? No, they cannot. Meaning that he's lying to himself. If we are thinking about, I'm doing it for the children, I'm doing it for the wife, what about you? What have you done for yourself as a man? Where do you derive pleasure from? Is it in your intellectual? Or is it in a woman? Or is it in your children? Because when your source of happiness is an external factor, it becomes a problem. I watched a video made by Dr. Charles Apoki, is it 2 years ago or so? And in that video, something struck me. That message was also for men. Dr. Charles Apoki said that he even have to leave the school that he built. He left it for the wife, in order for him now to pursue his own career, his own dream. Now he's a medical doctor, but that was not what is giving him happiness. What was giving him happiness is he loved talking, social media. He had time for his YouTube channel. And that was when his YouTube channel is over 100 and something, I think about 100 and going to 150,000 followers now. From few followers then. Now he has plenty land. He even help people in the diaspora to buy land for them. And if they are not using it, he farm cassava there. Process the cassava to garri. Take the garri to the school. He has so many things in his book. He writes his book. So his intellectual is what is now giving him like orgasm. Man, when are you going to start doing things for yourself? A man, I was discussing with a man, and he said one thing. The man, he lives here. He said that the reason why he doesn't want to invest in Nigeria or invest in anything back home is because if he die, most of those his business, his children will not come back. They will not agree to come back to inherit the business. So it will not be like waste of money, this one and this one. And I laugh. I said, this is a typical example of a man that is just living only for his children and his wife only. He's not also thinking about living for himself. If he's making sacrifices, frugality in order to build wealth for his own retirement and his family retirement, that is good. The Bible talks about loving yourself or loving your enemy, your neighbors just as you love yourself. And now the Bible also shows that by you saying you love your neighbors, in this case your wife, your children, it means that you must also love yourself. There is no how you can love another person when you do not have self-love. When was the last time you did something for yourself as a man? When was the last time you did that? If you want to create a business back home, there are some men that are already tired of here, but they are here because their wife and their children hook them to be here. Their wife and their children hook them to be here. They are already tired. These men can have a farm back home, a poultry farm, a fish farm, a plantain farm, a cassava farm that they can go and retire to. But no, they are not doing it. They are not doing it. I met a man on the train. I have talked about him, but he told me that this time around it is him and his wife that decided to go back home, that they are tired. Now this is a story of so many men here. They are tired. Maybe they already have their passport. Maybe they already have their PR. They already have their indefinite leave to remain. But they cannot go back home. They cannot. A man was interviewed. I think it was a random interview I saw. All these, vloggers that do interview people on the street. They were interviewing the man on the street of Lagos, and the man said he's a mechanic. That is a mechanic that repaired German cars like all these Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz and all that. Then he repairs it very well. And that so many years ago, he had an opportunity to travel to Germany in order to go and pick up a job to work in his Mercedes or one of those companies there. But his wife told him not to go. His wife told him not to go. That if he go, they will break up, things like that. And he did not go. The interviewer asked him, so now, what is your regret? He said even the wife, he no dey with the wife again. The wife have left him because he doesn't have money. He refused to take an opportunity in order to better himself because of this is the problem that most men have. Ned, is it Ned Nwoko, the Senator Ned, that is all over social media with Regina Daniel? If Regina Daniel can tell a senator, a sitting senator, that he is a poor man, that she is the one that sponsored his election, that you have done nothing for her, that she has her own money, who are you? There is nothing you will do in this world for a woman or for your children that is enough. You must create value for yourself. It is the value you create for yourself that will show in the family. Look at Dangote. There is no how Dangote children will go abroad and not remember home in Nigeria, because Dangote have created value. Look at Tinubu. Look at Tony. Look at so many men that have returned back, that have created value, whether they are abroad or home. Their children, anywhere they are, we always remember that this is my father and go and recognize with him. So if you say that you do not want to create business back home because you feel like that the children are going to, they are not going to come back, they are not going to recognize the effort, it is because you have not think big or thought big. You are not doing big thinking. Because if you are doing big thinking, the value you create, the children, anywhere they are also going to come and attach to this value. Take care of your children. Settle them. Dr. Charles Aboki says, settle them well. Make sure they go to the best school. Make sure that your wife is well taken care of. Make sure that you are home, food, day, everything. Take care of their emotional need, their spiritual need, their financial need. Then take care of yourself. If you fall and die today, life will continue. I normally tell this thing to myself too. I say, see, sure boy, if you fall, die, life will continue. Let me shock you. Do you know that today, as I'm making video today, a brigadier general in the Nigerian army, General Oba, was killed by ASWAP. He was killed. The president did not even tweet about it. The army did not even say anything about it. Today, 25 girls were kidnapped in Kebbi. The vice principal was shot there. 25 girls. Done. The police did not even report it. The president did not. Nigeria moved on. What Nigeria is talking about today is VDM slapping jollof rice. Abi Mr. Jollof. That is the trending news. It is even trending more than these ones. So what am I saying? Life will move on. Immediately you fall and die, life will move on. So if you are thinking that, how can I create business? How will my children will not even come back to Nigeria? Create it for yourself. One thing I observe about Nigeria is that we do not sell businesses. We do not know that businesses can be sold. Yes. If you want to sell the business later in life, sell it. Create it for yourself. So, man, I said, let me make this video for you. Please, take care of yourself. Think about yourself. What can you start doing? One of my oga for here, he told me he like doing video. That I want to start doing videos, that he have something he want to talk about, but the stress he's having now, family, this. I said, oga, everybody will move on. So please, take care of yourself as a man. Take care of yourself. My name is Simeon Odi, and this is Showboy TV.